of Zoo Books. The publication is specially created for young readers. Each monthly issue of Zoo Books is packed with breathtaking full-color photos and scientifically accurate illustrations, plus games and puzzles. Today, through this exclusive TV offer, you can get 12 fascinating issues of Zoo Books for the special price of $19.95. When you call and use your credit card, we'll include the Elephants issue as a gift. Plus, you'll also get the colorful collection of animal stickers and the tiger poster. So order Zoo
Hey, I'm Cam.
And I'm Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the... I can't do it.
I would have given you a heads up if I knew you were gonna go for that.
I tried to go for it and I failed. Let's see what this power up is. It's the Smash Bros power up.
It's not that embarrassing that you didn't remember.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Oh, I could have said it.
Yeah,
dang.
you were close.
Ah, man. Have you seen the lo-fi remake of that thing? Doug Dimmadome. Have you heard that?
No.
Oh, it sounds like this right here.
Jimmy Turner, my name is Doug Dimmadale.
It is seriously it is supposed to be a meme, but it is seriously one of the best things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Okay.
It's difficult. Oh! Okay, Varia suit or Varia suit?
I say Varia.
I say Varia too, but
I don't have a reason for saying that, but that's...
if I don't think about it, I accidentally say Varia, and I always feel like an idiot when I do. But I feel like it's Varia.
Yeah, I always said Varia. It's kind of like the Dooku.
The Deku Dooku.
Let's decide this is true and then correct anyone who says otherwise.
For absolutely no reason. You know what I was thinking about recently? What I've just had stuck in my head recently?
What?
Do you remember Zoo Books?
Did you say Zoo Books?
Zoo Books.
No.
Those early... way back in the very early 2000s, very late 90s, 1999 to 2003
I may or may not have been alive, depending on...
Okay, on Cartoon
specific
Network.
Date.
On Cartoon Network, they played 5 commercials over and over and over and over and over again. One of them was for these Zoo Books, and they were oh, we'll send you these animal magazines, and your kids will love reading them.
Wait, I think we might have had those for... I think we had those for school.
Did you have Zoo Books for school?
We might have, yeah.
Oh, dude, that's cool!
Were they magazines?
Yeah, they were magazines,
Yeah.
and there's a famous one with a camel on the front. I always remember the one with the camel
Yeah,
in my head.
I hated those.
Yeah, I never got to read one, but I saw the commercial literally 10 billion times. They had Zoo Books, and then they had that special marker commercial that you could draw on the black and it created a rainbow print, but then if you accidentally went off and you drew on the carpet, it wouldn't create a mark. Remember that commercial?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what you're talking about now. We
Yeah,
did
yeah.
not have those in school.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, well, they're not all Zoo Books. I'm not talking about a different thing. But there was this set of 5 or 6 commercials from the early
You're talking
2000s.
about they were color it in, and it would just be they would just do a zigzag and it would be colored in.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now that's not Zoo Books. Zoo Books is the magazine with the camel.
Okay.
But then there's another thing that had the color they would.
Okay.
They would.
When did we switch?
What?
When did we switch? What we were talking about?
I don't know. I'm just kind of talking about early 2000s commercials.
Oh, okay.
I've just been just kind of something in my brain said, "Hey, remember Zoo Books?"
I thought you were about to say Zoo Pals.
Zoo Pals? What's Zoo Pals?
No way.
What's Zoo Pals?
No way. You've never heard of Zoo... Oh my
I've never heard of Zoo Pals.
We grew up in the same household.
I know me and you and Zaboomafoo, but I don't know.
Zaboomafoo, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the plates.
Oh, Zoo Pals!
Zoo Pals!
Yes, the little plates, and I remember their marketing strategy was the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Oh, the kids will love to eat because there's a frog printed on the plate.
Yeah, it was stupid at the time, too.
I remember thinking that, and I was no older than 5, thinking, what a stupid marketing strategy. like, oh, I put ketchup in the frog's eye. Now I'll eat my apples or what?
Well, they had
whatever.
a catchy song, so
What did that one go like again?
oink oink zoo pal. Ribbit,
Yes!
ribbit.
Zoo pals, yes. Da zoo pals, da, or something like
I was
that.
about to lose my mind if you didn't remember.
It took me a second. It took me a second to. I mean, you've got to remember. I am pulling this from the early, like the outer reaches, the outer rim of my brain. It's like conjuring these things.
I don't know if I showed you this, but I was on I have an app called Macari that you like sell things and you buy things.
Okay.
Somebody was I guess they're super rare now. I found somebody selling a zoo pal for $152. one plate.
Human beings will collect the most random crap and assign the most ridiculous prices to them. You know,
If you label anything a collector's item, everyone will flock to it.
or if they have any kind of like distant nostalgic memory connected to them.
Yeah.
Like I just imagine like a 350-pound dude like surrounded by Zoo Pal's place. Now this is the frog Zoo Pal. You'll notice that there's a small chip on the left side, so I was able to save $125 on this collector's item.
I think that's why they're like extinct now. Is one person's hoarding them all.
Because some dude living in his mother's basement is. Now, of course, he's nothing like me, who collects comic books for fun.
Completely different.
Completely different. Oh gosh, yeah, those late '90s, early 2000s cartoons, because they only played like the same like 6, and then it would always end on that like blue screen. And they would have like the commercial playing up in the top left corner, and they'd be like, "Call 999-813 today." That's Zoo Pals today.
Yeah.
and you had some kind of deal. There was like order while supplies last, and the dang commercial played for like 10 years straight, and like at no point like did supplies seem to not last.
Yeah. That was one of those things that like I like knew how stupid it was like in the moment. It wasn't like, oh, I grew up today and now I realize, like in the moment I was like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna end?
This is the lamest thing.
Shut up.
And I remember I'm just trying to watch whatever the heck I was trying to watch on probably Dexter's Laboratory or whatever.
I mean that's I'll say that, but I miss those commercials, you know. Like even like those what were they like notebooks with the animals on them?
No, the magazines,
Yeah.
the zoo
You were just talking about
zoo books.
Yeah, no, the thing with the markers.
Oh, I don't know what that's called.
Oh, okay.
I just remember, all I remember, and I mean, this is ingrained onto my gray matter directly, is a picture of a woman's hand going zip, zip, zip,
Yeah.
zip, zip across it, and then, like, getting into the marker, and her hands going, whoa! Because
Well,
it didn't.
It's crazy. It's like it's the most random stuff gets advertisement, not the stuff that like you'd think kids would actually like want to play with, like
Right.
moon shoes or something like that. But it's some random notebook with.
Did you just make a product up out of nowhere? Did you just create moon shoes out of your...
You've never heard of moon shoes? Tell me you're joking.
Our moon shoes... Okay.
I had a pair of moon shoes.
Based off of the description, I have to guess that it's something that makes you jump good.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know.
I
what
had
moon
a pair of
shoes
moon
are.
shoes.
You
don't
had a
remember
pair of moon shoes?
that? Yeah.
Okay, I'm also going to guess that they're the sort of thing that work for 20 minutes and then break immediately.
Surprisingly, no.
Okay.
They were like trampoline shoes. They were the goofiest invention, but they were really fun. They probably were useless in hindsight, but it's like you like put them on and they have those like little like pogos, and you like jump.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
They were orange and green, right?
They were purple.
Nope, don't remember. I do
You
not.
shouldn't have gone for colors. You outed yourself real quick.
I pulled myself right out of that closet, didn't I?
Oh yeah, they're the ones with the zebra on the back.
I'm going for oddly specific descriptions to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was with Doug Dimmadome, the owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome on the side, right?
Yeah.
No, I do remember something like that, but they are orange and green in my head and not purple.
At least mine were purple.
Oh. Oh!
You remember?
I think I remember them as a discarded, useless thing in your corner of your room.
Yeah, you are correct.
I don't remember them. I couldn't remember you jumping on them, but when you said, but as I tried to picture them purple, I remember them like
collecting dust in my.
I've been sitting here thinking like, oh yeah, I was not susceptible to the marketing ploys. But like, I remember they had this, and I will not remember the name of this, but I think the first thing that I wanted, like the first thing that I remember seeing in a commercial and saying, I must attain this thing for Christmas, was that there was this toy that was like a yellow bucket with a red nose. And you would put balls into the bucket, and then he would, like, explode and pop them all out at the same time. Holy crap. I couldn't have been older than, like, 4. Like, very, very young.
I wasn't born until you were, like...
I was 5.
Yeah.
Well, maybe... Gosh. Maybe you were around for this, but I think
I don't remember it.
You were an actual, literal infant. But there was this yellow bucket thing. Maybe you guys out there in internet land will know what I'm talking about that are closer to my age. But like this yellow bucket thing, and you would put all the balls into the bucket, and then it would go brrr, pop, and all the balls would pop out. And as with a lot of commercials at the time, they would have this cartoon version of the bucket that would be like animated with the kids playing it, and all the kids were having the most fun time in the world. They're like, yeah, whoa! Because the balls would pop out. I'm like, yeah, going ballistic. And for you guys who couldn't see me, because I'm just speaking into a microphone, my head and ours were just going crazy for no reason. But this yellow bucket thing would like. I wanted it so bad. It looked like the most fun thing in the world, and I didn't understand the concept of what it was. But I remember the commercial making it look like the coolest, funnest thing that has ever happened. And Mom and Dad actually got it for me for Christmas one year. Or it was Grammy and Pawpaw or somebody. But I got it at Grammy and Pawpaw's house, but I think it was from Mom and Dad. It was exactly what I wanted. It wasn't an off-brand thing. It was the thing. And I remember opening it up, and the pure, unadulterated joy that I experienced in that moment. I mean, truly, truly, I was exultatious.
I thought you were about to say you were really disappointed.
Well, I open it up, and I'm so excited because it's exactly what I wanted. And then I put all the balls in, and it pops out, and it kind of goes, and like the balls like barely like fall out of the top.
Oh.
And I was like, this sucks. But this is the thing I wanted. But it's bad. But I can't want something that's bad. Like, I mean, I was so young, like, I don't know if I had fully broached the concept of disappointment yet. Like, in my sensibilities.
First chapter in adulthood.
And that's the day I became a man.
Learned a valuable lesson.
Put my balls in a yellow bucket and grew right up.
We all have a bucket moment.
But yeah, I remember feeling awful. Like I actually felt guilty because I wasn't familiar with the idea of being disappointed, but I knew that I had asked for this thing, they had gone out of their way to get this thing, and then I didn't want it. And I was so disappointed, and I was really guilty. And I don't know if I ever told Mom and Dad, but I think I like played with it once, maybe twice. And
really?
Yeah, and I think they were super excited to give it to me, and it was, oh man, it made me a sad pupper. Oh, you're in Magmore Caverns, cool.
Don't worry about I know where I'm going.
Well, yeah. Do you have any of those? Did you ever ask for anything like that when you were young, and then they got it for you, and then it was just awful?
I'm sure I did. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I can remember specific things that like I would like play with for like maybe like a week, and I would be tired of it.
Oh,
That happened like all the time. Actually, the thing I talked about like a couple episodes ago, like I got the DS for Christmas.
yeah.
And my first game I ever played, it came with Animal Crossing. I don't know. Do you remember that?
It did not come with Animal Crossing, and I know, and this is why I know that because I was influential in getting of Animal Crossing, and the reason that you got Animal Crossing
Well,
that
the
year,
gift came with Animal Crossing.
Yes, the gift for you came with Animal
Yeah.
Crossing, but Mom had me along for the ride to help pick out the game, and it came down to Phantom Hourglass because you and I loved Wind Waker. By the way, go and watch our Wind Waker series if you want to see how we love Wind Waker and all that stuff.
Plug that real quick.
And or Animal Crossing. And I convinced her to get Animal Crossing because I thought it would teach you like how to handle your finances.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that was important.
Did not.
I was like 10
I didn't
or
figure
11.
that out until 23 years later, but it did not.
You still can't handle your
Yeah.
finances. You're in destitute poverty.
Well, I did lose the game like a level in, so that's where I was going. Is that it came with Animal Crossing, and then I lost the game.
You lost Animal Crossing?
Yeah, it was a massive thing for me because that was one of the first things I lost, and I have to this day. After I lost it, I had no idea where. Like, I was like looking everywhere for it. Like, I had like mom and dad looking everywhere for it. I was
Oh
like,
my
where did it go?
gosh.
Because it like I like had my progress saved on there. I was like, I have to get further. But like we were looking at the couch cushions. We looked at like grandma's couch cushions. We could not find it anywhere.
Oh my gosh, I do not remember that.
And it's just one of those like enigmas where it just disappeared, and I just didn't know what happened to it.
I do not know. Oh, Fandrina Drifts. This is my favorite part of the whole game. Is Fandrina Drifts?
Fandrana drift.
I
honestly-
Friendidra?
I don't think I've ever heard anyone actually say this one out loud.
Findeva? Fendivra Drifts?
Definitive drifts.
Definitive Drifts. I did not remember that you lost that game. Mm-hmm. In fact,
I really wonder where it ended up.
In fact, Mandela effect moment here. I have a memory of that game, and it being your game. But I remember you did something. So this must have been we got another copy of Animal Crossing or something. I'm not proud of this. I was a bad person as a kid. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you have it in your room right now? Did you find it?
No. I don't know where that game went. We had to have gotten another game if you lost it that quickly. Because I remember in real life, you did something to make me angry. And I forget what it was, but it was just something. Mm-hmm. And so what I did was I got on the game and I made you spend all of your money in Animal Crossing on your file. And then... And you couldn't quite read yet, by the way. You were still learning how to read. And then I saved, logged out of your file, went back into your file, didn't save, and left. Which would trigger Mr. Rossetti to come out and give a rant to you. Mm-hmm. And like yell at you and golly day, this is awful. Why did I do this?
I don't remember any of
I'm
this.
feeling so guilty right now. I feel like I just feel like I entered into a confession booth in a Catholic church. But Mr. Rossetti will come out if you don't save before you leave. The game knows it, and Mr. Rossetti comes out and he like yells at you and argues and like for paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. And that's how the game punishes you for not saving, is that you have to sit through literally 5 minutes of an unskippable cutscene of him yelling at you. And you couldn't quite read yet. So, I spent all your money, I saved, then I went back in and I left, and I didn't save. so that you would have lost your money, and then next time you played, I got on there with you and pretended to read it and said that Mr. Rossetti had taken your money for not saving last time you played.
Good lord. My God.
Yeah. Downright Machiavellian, that moment.
I do not remember that at all.
Yep. Woo! Oh, I don't know if I should have said that one.
You have an evil soul.
Is it getting hot in here? Or is it
Disgusting. That's crazy.
That's awful. I mean, if you weren't
Screw you.
if you weren't quite reading yet, I couldn't have been quite 11. I had to be 9 or 10. You had to be 4 or 5.
Is that how early it was?
It was early. It was early enough that I could feasibly know that I would have to read it for you, and you would not know that I was making crap.
Maybe I couldn't read well.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could recognize words, but the Mr. Rossetti things, it's paragraph after paragraph after paragraph.
I do remember. He's like the guy with the shovel, right?
Yeah, the guy with the shovel.
Yeah,
well, it's a pickaxe, but it's reasonable for you to remember it being a shovel.
Yeah, I think I remember. I remember I remember hating that guy and being like, "Oh my gosh, he's always talking to me."
Yeah. You did have a propensity to leave the game without saving, so that was the other thing.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and I remember that might have made you cry.
Good lord.
You lost all your stuff.
Good lord.
And I remember in the moment I was like, uh-oh, this went way farther than I thought it would.
My God.
Oh my God, I'm awful. Sometimes you come face to face with your own humanity. We have told some awful things that we have done on this YouTube channel before. But I think that was the worst thing just now.
It's an all-timer, man.
It's an all-timer. Well, I can't, I don't know if I can handle this anymore.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there then.
Oh, thank God. You know what to do.
And if you don't, ask someone.
Timmy Turner, my name is